everyone, it's Sami from Sami's Sweet Life, and today we are talking mid-year goal refresh. So I ended up going through all of my goals that I had in the Powersheets, and I ended up writing out thoughts about it, how I wanted to change them moving forward, and we will go to the other camera and discuss that a little bit in more detail, but I wanted to sit down and talk about it a little bit up front. So I ended up actually having two sets of goals, and they mostly overlap. These ones are categorized, and then these ones are more specific in the Makselife planner. So I ended up going through and using some of the stickers. I'll show you, I have a little notebook where I wrote my thoughts on this. So I ended up having a little section for each of my goals. I have 7 goals in the Powersheets planner, and I ended up writing out, I've got to highlight a couple more. I didn't have some of my highlighters with me, but they matched the little like color coding system. I put the little leaf thing there, and I'm going to walk through those a little bit more with you guys, but I wanted to just sit here and talk about, I have not been using the Powersheets monthly. I should probably use the prep pages monthly, but I just haven't been doing it. I find that I don't really jive well with the tinning list. I just don't think like that, where I have everything mapped out, like monthly tasks, weekly tasks, daily tasks. I just cannot stick with it and keep up with it, and I was finding it really discouraging. Like, you know, if I don't check off a couple of days, I feel like the whole thing is ruined, and I really lose motivation that way. And I found that it's just not working for me like that. So I really do love the Makselife system. This is something that just works really good with my brain, and it's a weekly system. So you have a monthly set of goals, just same with the Powersheets. You have a monthly set of goals, but then you just break them down every week, and you can definitely break them down as daily habits or multiple times a week habits. But I like that everything is just written. I'll show you guys one that's not been written on. Everything's written on the monthly pages. So you get a 2-page monthly spread, and each section's a different color, which I love the color coding thing. And then each week you get some place to reflect and talk about what's working, what's not working. And then you get this to write down your weekly goals. And I really love just being able to break it down week to week. And I find that if I don't stick with something this week, no big deal. I'm turning it to a new page, and I'm getting a new slate every single week. Whereas with the tinning list, you're left with the same list all month long. So when I don't check things off, which I'll show you guys, I don't check things off, it just messes up the whole thing for me. I did not stick with this very long. Like, yeah, I don't even think March is filled out. I realized in February, like, this is totally not working for me. So here you go. This is me starting in February, being super excited about it, hitting the first week, missing some days, and then just thinking, yeah, this is totally not working for me. I gotta get a new way to do this. So I probably should still fill out like this page, the prep brainstorm page, but the tinning list just didn't work for me, and I really hated that I was leaving it blank. And whereas this one, if I cross something off, I can transfer it to a new week or reevaluate every week, and I really like that, breaking it down into 1-week chunks versus having all month long showing and seeing those missed spots, and I just don't like that as much. So for my brain, the Makselife is the winner. I've talked about, you know, each of these planners, trying out both of them, and at the end of the day, the Makselife just works better for me, and it really depends on what you like as a person. You know, your preference might be different, but yeah, this one just totally isn't my jam. I really, really love the prep pages in the beginning. It really walks you through like where you want to go, where you see yourself going, what goals you want to accomplish. I really like putting the work in and doing the prep work, but I just didn't find the day-to-day, month-to-month page working very well. And I also, something that really is a Makselife feature, the weekly pages are right next to your weekly planner. Although I'm using a different weekly planner, but if you want everything to be in one book, this is the way to do it. It's all contained in one book, and it can be really helpful for people that way. But I'm using a different weekly planner, so that part doesn't really affect me very much. But anyway, I'm going to switch camera angles. We're going to talk about how the goals went over the first part of the year, and I'll cover the goals in both books and talk about it and see where we're going from here. I'm going to have to write out my goals or tweak them a little bit because I realize certain things are just not going to happen and not going to get done. But I've also found a couple of things that I want to really start concentrating on because I've let them slip the first half of the year, and I really want to end strong with certain things. So we're going to switch to the other camera angle, and I will walk through all of the goal refresh stuff. Okay, I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. I just highlighted the other 2 that needed to be highlighted. And there was one quick thing. I was holding up this planner, but it's actually my workout planner. It's an Erin Condren weekly planner, but the one I'm using actually for like my everyday weekly schedule is actually this one. This one's called In Bloom, and it's a new Erin Condren layout in the compact vertical. It's like a grid style, and I really have been loving using this as my weekly spread. So that is totally separate from my goal planning system right now. So these are my goal planners. I ended up just highlighting the pink and the green because I didn't have all my highlighters handy like I do at the desk. I have a whole little like caddy of everything. So here is what I ended up writing. I wrote out in a specific way. I put the color and the actual goal on here, and then I wrote my thoughts for it, and then I wrote like how I want to change moving forward. So that's how all of these are mapped out, and I will kind of sit there and read them to you and talk about it a little bit. So this is the power sheets, and I had my goals written out. I just used the stickers from down here for writing out that section. Let's see, let's find our goals. So each goal has its own page of more notes. Let's see. Those are brainstorming the goals. There they are. So here's what they are. I never ended up making an 8th goal on here, but that's okay. I have stuck with the 7. And so I went down the same order list, same color coding here, and I think I'm making some good progress, but there's also lots of rooms for improvement for the rest of the year, and I can definitely tweak things as needed. So here, first for yellow, create systems and routines to improve and streamline productivity. So here I have a much longer thing on here, and it covers a lot of things. It covers AM routines, PM routines, meal planning, any kind of routines with the girls, things like that. So I say morning routine is going well, AM workouts, waking up earlier, meal planning going well, laundry routine is going well, mom's group AM routine going well. I feel like the AM is more calm because of that. And also I'm doing something called the Power 15 where I just spend 15 minutes picking up or doing little random chores around the house. And I really liked that. I feel like it gets a lot of things done. In the past, I've done something called a Power 30, but I feel like trying to do 30 minutes in one chunk every day is hard. So I'll do like a Power 15 in the afternoon and then a Power 15 in the evening and just knock a lot of stuff out. And I feel like that's making my productivity go really high. I feel like our house is put together a lot better with that. And then here in these arrow spots are what I want to continue. So they'll be written into the goals coming up. So I said, would like to continue improving on this goal, working on daily habits in the Habit app, which I just started using and love that. And then also working on an evening routine. At the beginning of the year, I was super gung-ho about starting everything all at once, and I totally just couldn't. I've really mastered having a solid morning routine that involves a lot of fitness, but yeah, the evening routine has totally fallen off. I really would like to work on that the second half of the year. And then also would like to improve dishwashing and evening toy pickup and bed making. So like encouraging all the kids to make beds, all the kids being 2, all 2 kids. And then also us to make our bed, and then evening toy pickup. That's getting it done before the kids go to bed. I feel like we just kind of rush bedtime sometimes. I'm like, okay, that's it. Everybody, it's bedtime. Let's get going. We really need to build in like a 10-minute time to where the kids help pick up, because those evenings are always so much nicer. Like having all the toys picked up always ends up nicer. And then dishwashing is something that happens like at the end of the day after the dishes pile up. And while that's great that they get done, I'm not complaining at all. I would really just like to unload it early in the morning and then load the dishes as we go. And we just have been so bad about that. And that's me. That's a me thing. I really should just get it done. Even in the summer, mornings are a little bit more hectic, and I just haven't fit that in yet. I don't know, we're getting ready for mom's group, we're eating our breakfasts, we're getting ready for the day, and it just never ends up happening that way, hardly. So that's something I want to build in also. I'm gonna have to make a concerted effort to do that. So then next is number 2, and this is the one I think is the worst goal. Make it scrapbooking part of my life again. Again, started off the year pretty strong, totally fell off of it. And I said, not doing well with this. I started out strong, but fizzled out after the first couple months. No real reason or excuse, partially because my room hasn't been very inspiring, and I've been working on trying to make the room a little bit better. So here's my thoughts moving forward. Plan to improve my room, want to get back to weekly scrap sessions, and 1 scrap video per week. So I have been trying to do the 1 scrap video per week, and yeah, that's pretty much all that's happening. I have worked on the room some, but I really need to make this whole section more of a priority, and I really have to think about it. I have to think about why this one's just not happening right now, and it might just be that the other things I'm concentrating on so much harder because they're like life improvement things, where this is just like a fun thing, and I definitely put it off. And I feel like at the end of the day, I'm working out, I'm trying to eat a little bit better, I'm trying to create these routines and habits, and it's sucking up all of my energy. So this has fallen on the wayside. So I've got to see about trying to incorporate a little more of that in. And then growing channel is my next one in the bright pink. Grow channel into something I can be proud of. Take the channel more seriously. So like treat it more like maybe a part-time job. And I feel like I've been growing really a lot on this channel. So here we go. Having some channel growth, I feel like I have done well at making videos consistently, would like to continue and have even better growth the second half of the year. And that is also going to be a lot easier because it seems like you get more views and more AdSense revenue the second half of the year. And I did put money in there too, because I've been trying to increase how much money I make off of my channel too. So it can be like a part-time job for me as well. I still want to treat it more like, you know, a fun hobby thing, but I also would like it to benefit our family as well. That helps me justify in my mind, like spending so much time and effort and energy on this channel. I justify it by saying, oh, well, it's like mommy's part-time job because mommy's making a little bit of money at it. So I would like to improve that. And the second half of the year is where it's at, guys. So I definitely want to improve on that. It says the second half of the year is a great money-making time on YouTube. Lots more views during winter. And it seems like, you know, less people are around during the summertime, vacationing time. They don't watch YouTube as much, but once the fall rolls around, it seems like my views go up and I really want to maximize that this year. So I'm thinking Vlogust and Vlogmas this year to jumpstart more growth and increase views. So be looking for that on this channel. I'm not going to vlog every day. I'm not very much a vlogger, but I definitely want to have a video every day for August and a video every day for December. See how that goes. And then continue 3 times a week videos. I've been really trying to stick to that aside from my June hiatus, which I just wanted to take as a break. But I've been really trying to hit 3 videos a week on this channel. So I feel like that's been going really well. I feel like I've seen some growth this year and I want to continue with that as well. And then number 4 here is a greenish one, move my body and gain strength and endurance. And I feel like I've done pretty good about this. I did end up going up in weight again. So I've had a little bit of a slide back, or I don't know what you want to call it. I've talked about it in other videos where I talk about fitness, but I find that I've been very consistent working out all year, able to go up in weights to 10s and sometimes 15s, like on my glutes and legs days. A lot of times I'll do 15s for those and then 10s for arms. I still have to drop down from 10s a lot of the time for arms classes, but okay, so my camera got hot. I had to stop for a second and let it cool off. But I was gonna say, I'm really proud of my progress. I feel like I've improved so much over the last like year and a half that I've been working out. I want to concentrate on strength and hardcore on the floor as much as possible, which I have been doing lately. So it's just kind of continuing on with that. And then Pelafondo, plan to do all of them the rest of the year. And also there's a climb challenge coming up in the fall. So I will try to participate in that as well. And then also mom group as much as possible. I did sign Stella up for her dance class and it will be 1 morning a week. So in the fall, I'll try to go 3 to 4 times to the moms group and try to just have that 1 day off since Stella and I will be at dance. But I feel like this is where I've made the best progress, or some of the best progress. Moving on to feed/fuel our bodies. I feel like I've been really good about meal planning, especially lately. I'm getting in a meal planning zone. I've been planning out everything pretty much, except my lunches are always the challenge. I've been back to tracking calories and now tracking protein. Also trying my best to offer lots of fresh fruits and veggies to the kids. We've been trying a couple of new ones here and there. And I feel like I've been rocking cooking healthy dinners most nights. So, you know, we eat at home most nights and I feel like I've done a good job making them healthy and balanced meals, lots of fruits, lots of veggies, some good meats in there as well, good carbs, things like that. So I feel like I've made good progress with this. I've never been like terrible at this, but I definitely had room for improvement. So I have a couple of things in here. Also continue offering new healthy meals, concentrate on lunch meal prep. And that's something I've just been doing recently when I've started tracking my calories again and tracking protein, and then continue tracking my calories and protein. So that's all like a newer section there. It's just continue on with that and just do a better job making my lunch prep. And I have been the last few weeks since I've been back on track, but that's something I just struggle with. I get unmotivated and forget about it some week and then I stop doing it, but I'm really trying to keep up with that for me. And then this one, I thought at first, I was like, oh, we haven't really done much, but then I started writing out what we've done, and we've done a lot on this one. This is shape this house into a home. So we've made amazing progress. Once I started thinking about it, I was super proud. We got the master closet done. We are working on the home gym. We're getting living room built-ins. The scrap room is getting a little bit of a makeover. The kids' playrooms are looking really good. We've hung up some frames. We've worked on our master bedroom a lot lots of things. So I feel like we've made great progress and I would like to continue making even more. So I want to finalize the home gym, which means we'll end up buying all the equipment for it, get some frames and quotes and things, hang up a couple of shelves here and there, and get that room really looking like a full home gym. And then finish and decorate the living room built-ins, but that's on our contractor. They're squeezing us in around other projects, so it's a slow moving project. Since it's a smaller thing for them, they just come here and there and work on it a little bit. So we're still waiting on them to finish that, and then I can decorate those, and I want to get that done and make it look really nice in our living room. And I also want to finish our master closet as far as like going through everything, organizing it, getting the proper bins in the right sizes to make the whole closet look really, really nice. And also we have to go through our clothes. That's something else that's on the list. We both still have like old ratty clothes that just need to be tossed. So yeah, I feel like we've done good progress on that. We've done a lot of stuff on the house lately. And then last section, I feel like we've done good, but we could definitely improve on this. And there's a couple of things that are going to be working with Olivia as she's getting older. I want her to have more responsibilities and more self-motivation, self-initiative, things like that. So this goal is instill kindness, strength, and fun into my growing girls. So I just wrote it out again. And it says, making progress here. We have a lot of fun, lots of play dates, lots of activities. I feel like we have been teaching good manners, kindness, and helpfulness. Could make more progress on teaching resiliency, responsibility, and initiative. So that's another thing, like resiliency. My girls are both criers. Like if they get upset, they get mad, anything, they cry. And I really would like to work on that to where they have other tools and other options, like taking deep breaths, counting back from 10, or, you know, all the things. So there are things I constantly have to remind them of instead of just crying and being sad. So we got to work on that. And then also start giving them more ways to help and be more responsible. So like having Stella help me pick up the toys. That's an important thing during the day. I just, you know, sometimes I just do it because it's way easier for me to just do it. But trying to coach her and have her help clean off the table after we're done eating lunch, things like that. So it's not just trying to make Olivia more responsible. It's also trying to make Stella more responsible. And then let Livy have her own planner and to-do list. So I'm getting her the kid planner coming up soon, back to school, and she's going to be in charge of keeping track of her own stuff, which I'm excited about. We'll both sit down on Sundays and do a little planner session, talk about what's happening during the week, and then she can refer to her own planner. She's loved Mommy's planners, but they have a specific Erin Condren kid planner. I plan on getting her, and she's gonna have her own responsibility with her own planner. So that's part of this section, and I'm very excited to do that with her. You know, she could use some of my stickers and decorate it and all the same things that Mommy does with all the pretty stickers and paper and pens and all that stuff. So anyway, that was a look at these, and I feel like these are still, you know, I'm still on track for these. There's lots of ways I can keep going with these. And then my goals in my Makselife are very similar for the most part. They're just broken down in different categories. Makselife has its own predetermined categories. So we're gonna just look at our goals and walk down the list. Some of these are things that I already do, and some of these things have not happened. I wanted to like mark them off on here as I've done them, but I decided I want to keep it all blank for now because some of the things will change. So here, we'll put it in view for you guys. So for personal, create and streamline systems and routines, very similar to the other one. Create a killer AM routine, which is definitely going on. Create a killer PM routine, not happening. Streamline everyday processes to make days flow better, which is really good. Like we lay out dance bags at night and get things ready. When it's school time, we pack lunches and stuff ahead of time, and those work out really well. Plan ahead for busy evenings. So this goes along with meal planning. Like tonight, we are supposed to have 3 dance classes, and we eat dinner when we come home and we're all starving. We put things in the crock pot on that night. So it's important to plan those kind of things ahead so we're not scrambling. So I'm not making dinner till 7 p.m., things like that. Stay on top of my planning daily and weekly. That's something that's been happening. And then this one needs to be dotted again. This is like a pastel yellow. I've got to grab it. I changed to a different yellow. For now, I had done the pastel yellow when I was writing in these. So this one I added in. Polish nails weekly and monthly makeup challenge. So the monthly makeup challenge, not happening. It's like mostly kind of a quarterly thing now when I talk about it with you guys. But painting nails, it's been happening. I really, really like painting my nails, so I like that one a lot. So that one's been happening, and I am going to keep that one, but this one's kind of fallen off. But a lot of this is stuff I've been doing and really enjoying. And then next is fun and recreation, and this is mostly just scrapbooking, enjoying my hobbies again. Totally hasn't been happening. I'm not going to even try to pretend to walk through any of this because none of it's happening. So I just need to work on making this happen coming up soon. And then work and learning is stretch and grow. So this is all channel related things. Content routines and editorial calendars, something I'm working on, trying to be consistent, trying to treat it like a part-time job. And this is the one that's not happening. Implement social media into game plan. Totally not happening. I just cannot get into the social media except for YouTube. So I don't know that that one's going to happen. Anyway, moving on. Family and relationship, kindness, strength, and fun, create magic. So create magic for the kids through holiday fun and traditions. We've been doing that. Keep our weekly date night. We have not been having a date night. It's just not been happening. So after I was looking at all this refresh stuff the last couple of weeks, I planned another date night. So we're having a date night, which I'm very excited about. Continue instilling good values and create teachable moments, which we have done. One fun thing each weekend happens most weekends, which is good. And then we did take our family vacation. So I think that's like the only one I can actually fully cross off, because we totally did. We actually ended up taking 2, which was great. All right, moving on to the next section. This is health and wellness. This is movement and also fueling my body, maintain workout routines and close my rings, fuel with healthy meal plans and planning prepping ahead of time as needed, which has been on track. Track and improve macros, which I have not been doing that great with, except recently. I'm back to that. Eat more fruit and veggies for snacks, which again has not been happening. I've not been having snacks hardly at all. Get to 500 Peloton rides, and I just passed 400, so I think I can do it. We still have a long way to go. And then Peloton, do all 4 and get to 100 miles. So I did 100 miles, and I plan on still doing all 4. There's still 2 more this year. And then for spiritual and personal growth, create practices for gratitude and calmness. Yoga and meditation have been happening. I would like to do more yoga, so I've been trying to stick with 3 yoga classes a week. And then gratitude and journaling practices. I still fall on and off of this. I've been doing like fitness journaling right now, but I haven't been doing gratitude at all, which I definitely need to get back to. I really like that. So that's on the to-do list. And then give as much as possible monthly or quarterly, and we have been donating. I donate most frequently to Central Texas Food Bank. It's just one that I have in my heart. And volunteer time is needed. That's mostly been like volunteering stuff in Olivia's classroom because I have Stella with me, so I can't really volunteer time, but that's something I would like to work towards as Stella gets bigger. And then financial, intentional spending totally has not been happening. I have been bad about spending. So yeah, all of this, bad. Just bad about it. I need to be better about this section. Physical environment is the last section. It's shape our house into a home. So this one's still working. Tackle other home projects as needed. Art and lighting has not happened. Organize every closet, drawer, cabinet, and shelf. We're on our way for that one. Declutter and tackle problem areas. A couple of them have been worked on, and then starting a garden totally hasn't happened. I don't know that it's gonna happen, but we've been keeping the indoor plants mostly happy, which has been really good. So for the most part, a lot of this is in progress. There's certain things that I see on here that have just not happened at all, and I don't know that they will happen. Like starting a garden, probably not gonna happen. I have too many other things on my plate that starting a garden right now seems like too much to do. But there you go, there's my goals, and you guys can see them all written out. You can see I've made some good progress, still got a long way to go for the rest of the year. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stick basically to the same ones and just, mentally mark some things off that are just not happening. I just don't know that social media is gonna happen. I'm just not feeling it yet. But there you go. I hope you guys liked this look at my goal stuff and my goal setting and my thought process behind it. And if you have a goal setting planner, let me know which one you prefer. Which one are you using for the year? And let me know what your top goal is for the coming rest of the year. Mine is going to be fuel and fitness. I'm really just trying to do body recomp and track my protein and all that stuff. And it's a lot of goals all in one, but that's where my mind is mostly at right now. So I hope you guys are well. Be sure to let me know in the comments down below your big goal for the rest of the year. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you can follow me along and we can knock out the goals for the rest of the year. And that's it. Have a great day and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.